everyone, I'm the Unobtrusive Healer and welcome to another Pick a Pile reading. So this is a weekly guidance reading that I'm hopefully going to be bringing back on a consistent basis from now on. So it's set to be a message filled with guidance and or predictions for the 7 days following when you receive the message or when you watch the message. Now, you can either read this as a part A and part B, or if you just feel strongly connected to one crystal, you can just pick one group. It's totally up to you. In the readings, I will be referring to them as group 1 and group 2. But yeah, as I said, it could potentially be like a part A, part B if you wanted it to be. For now, I'm just going to be doing these with 2 piles, and then we might consider moving up to 3 when I feel called to, or if the community continues to grow. But yeah, for your weekly guidance, take a moment to have a look at these crystals. We have the clear quartz angel, and we have the lepidolite point, so take as long as you need, pause if you need to, feel where you're being called, or if you're going to watch both, I'll see you in both of the readings. Hi Group 1, welcome to your weekly guidance reading. So this is hopefully going to become a weekly check-in that is going to bring messages, predictions and guidance for the week following from when you watch. So you guys have chosen the clear quartz angel. And we'll get into your reading. So this card is what we are going to save for the end, and it should pretty much kind of like summarize or wrap the reading up quite well. And we're going to start with all of these. So because I was pulling from so many different decks today, I wanted to pre-shuffle and pull them all out first to sort of save some time, and because the plan is to kind of put them all together for a good look, as well as pull through any little things that I see as well. So first we have number 10, feel the power of your blood and your ancestors. You are not alone. We have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. We have number 51, a healer of the ages. 42, chop wood in reverse. Then we have the 6 of scrolls, the sands of time. We have Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. We have the Phoenix with empower, fire activations bring creative and spiritual freedom. And we have opportunity. Okay, so beginning over here with our first card, this is really a card to let you know that your ancestors are very close by right now, and if you were to sort of tune in, you may feel them, depending on how in tune with your gifts you are and how in tune with the other realms you are. You may hear them talking to you, or it may be more of a sensation or a feeling that you get if you really try to tune in, or maybe you've already been feeling this presence around you recently and you're unsure of what it is. This would be coming through to say, don't worry, you're safe. This is not a bad energy that's around you. It's actually a good energy. It's your ancestors. And if I look at this whole top row, I would say that they're actually supporting your healing at the moment. They are helping bring your being back into balance and to become more sort of in alignment in your own being, and also helping to heal any maybe blockages or stagnant energy that has accrued in your being or accrued over your lifetime. So anything that's not serving you anymore, your ancestors are currently helping you purge that out of your being, and come back into balance, sort of on like a holistic level, like a spiritual, mental, emotional, physical level. Chopped wood in reverse can also speak about sort of having really big dreams, but then not really backing those dreams with any form of action, and basically being able to take small incremental steps on your journey towards achieving your goals. And because of this succession of these cards here, it kind of looks to me like this healing process is going to help you clear out whatever's been blocking you from integrating the action that you need to put into those dreams to make them a reality. And if we look underneath here, it seems like, taking those small incremental steps are going to lead to a major opportunity eventually. And then I think you're going to receive a lot of abundance. So abundance doesn't just have to be material, like money, but we do see a lot of coins here, kind of just like flowing down from the small steps that you take. So I do feel like it will bring a good financial return. But I feel like mostly it's like spiritual abundance, because whatever you're doing, you're fully invested and it brings you a lot of joy. And that's the type of wealth that is a lot more difficult to achieve probably than material wealth, is that spiritual wealth of doing what you love, making good money, and living a life of your own, really. There's so much coming through. I'm torn between coming back or moving through. Maybe I'll keep moving through because it all kind of is a succession, and then I'll come back to my little points that I want to talk about. So basically clearing out what's not serving you, clearing out what's holding you back, and then being able to take small incremental steps on your journey. With the Six of, actually, just realized we have 5 and 1 make 6, 4 and 2 make 6, and then we have a 6 here. So we have a lot of 6s. And then 6, in terms of like numerology and the meaning behind number 6, it can represent, it can be a number of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Domestic bliss. So it can represent like happiness, harmony, and stability, which is kind of making me think of, what we spoke about bringing everything back into balance within your being. And that's going to help you have like quite a happy or relatively peaceful week type thing. So I just got a little bit distracted then. The number 6 can also be a number that is said to attract good fortune and wealth. So once again, then we have all this money coming in. It could be a good money week. That could be a sign that there's a good money week. But yeah, coming back to, that's right, that's why I got so lost before, because I was going to talk about this card and keep going, and then I realized we had all these 6s. So, okay, 6 of Scrolls. So as you can see, he's like rolling up his sleeves and he's getting ready to get to work. So he's got some blueprints here, and he's like, all right, it's time, like it's time to start getting to work. So this definitely kind of keeps the story going. So taking small and incremental steps, getting to work. It is also a card to say like you're not running out of time, but it is important to at least take that first step, I guess, to create the energy and start a momentum somewhere. So it's like, you're not running out of time, you have all the time in the world, but it is very important that it's like time to start. It's a very favorable week to get started with something small towards your dreams. Intuitively, right now we're on the full moon, and intuitively I feel like maybe the time to take the first steps is probably when that full moon energy wanes a little bit, because this healing, purging kind of experience that we are seeing here with your ancestors in this healing card, there could be a bit of like emotional turbulence around the full moon, or for the first few days when you watch this. But then beyond that, I think it's time to like roll up your sleeves, and I think you'll feel the shift within you, and you'll notice this urge or this drive or this pull to act or to do something, and that's when it's like your sign, like, yes, follow that pull and get to work. That's when it's going to be time to sort of like integrate all the wisdom, the knowledge, the lessons that you've acquired over your whole lifetime, or anything, any knowledge or skill set that you've acquired. It's time to kind of like put in the work. If there's some sort of learning or study that you need to do for this dream, you know, get to it, get going. But mostly I feel like this is more like life lessons that you're able to integrate into what you're trying to bring to life here. Yeah, I think that with the Phoenix, these sort of fire activations, these fiery energies, I think they're definitely supporting your endeavors. So the Phoenix will be your spirit animal for the week. And I definitely think that it's helping encourage. It's like once that clearing process happens, the Phoenix is going to bring like a boost of energy, and it's going to really help you, or encourage you rather, to find or an outlet, I guess, for your creative and spiritual freedom. And it's also going to give you this feeling of like a complete rebirth, where you feel like you've got new energy, new motivation, and new vitality for life, and just feeling a lot more excited about your everyday. Yeah, I think that after this little purging process happens, I think you're going to feel like a new person, and you're going to feel a real shift. So let me talk about a few things that I'm picking up as well for the next week. It'll be a great week for any type of negotiations or renegotiations, or anything relating to like bringing balance back into something, or balancing out something, with this new moon in Libra card. It's also a great week for partnerships and doing things in pairs. So not only romantically, but in general, like if you're running errands, it can be a really good week to just take a friend with you and you'll get a lot out of that. Or in business, it's a great time to like team up with someone or co-create with someone. But yeah, like, excuse me, socially, business related, platonically, romantically, it's a good week for partnerships and sort of like balanced connections. Anybody that has a legal matter going on, there may be like a breakthrough, or it may come to a close, or there may be like a resolution or solution that comes available that either brings balance or brings you one step closer to finding balance. There could be a marriage or engagement that's announced or happening for you or someone in your network. And then once again, like with all this money here, and then like the number 6, representation of attracting good fortune and wealth. I do feel like there could be some unexpected money, or a gift of money, or like money you weren't expecting, or money that you'd forgotten about sort of coming in. Alright, I think that's all I'm picking up. So I think we can go into your remaining card, And then we might even just grab like a few little charms out and see if there's any little pieces of advice or little things that we can see as well. So your final card, we're going to read this one from the book. It is Expansion, Educate Your Mind and Senses. So we have another 6 in there. But yeah, we're going to read that message from the book. Very interesting that it's expansion, educate your mind and senses, because that really does already kind of summarize what we've been talking about. Definitely going through an expansion. So this is number 16. Expansion is an inevitable process of the universe. The knowledge of history, science, mathematics, and social understanding continue to grow through the foundation of new knowledge, awareness, and experience. Human beings and human consciousness also continue to evolve and expand. It is part of the evolutionary process. Clinging to old and past experiences restrict a person's ability to grow. Expanding yourself spiritually and emotionally allows you to feel a greater sense of love, compassion, and harmony. Self-realization follows these new levels of awareness as you build upon your previous knowledge and life experiences. Realize that you are always in a permanent state of learning about yourself physically and emotionally, how you interact with others, what you like or dislike are all experiences that create expansion within your spirit. Most importantly, it's never too late to learn. You may have just left behind an old life, previously gone through a separation or divorce. Oh, that's not funny. I'm just laughing at the way I said that. Sorry. Previously gone through separation or divorce, began a new job or career path, or started a family. It might seem confronting now, but don't be afraid to ask for help or advice about these matters. Support is available to you, just ask. Right now, you are in a process of learning. Career goals, education, and skills-based training are a focus now. This new information is needed for the next step of your life. You may be feeling that you aren't up to the task ahead, but don't fear. Everything you need will be available to you in divine timing. It may feel like you are on the edge of not knowing what to do next. All that means is that this is a new experience and you require more information for the journey ahead. Research your area of focus. A new level of study or education will benefit you now as you prepare and organize your future. So there was actually some really good advice in there to summarize your reading as well. But it definitely did kind of bring that whole message into one little message. So let's grab a few charms and then I'll let you go. Any further advice or predictions for group 1 in next week? So yeah, a good week for relationships as shown with the heart here. Actually, we do have, this card spoke about a divorce or separation or ending something, and we have a 10 here and then a new cycle begins. So there very well could be like the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new cycle in love. It could be a new cycle with someone that you're already connected to, it's like a sort of like maybe we went through a rough patch but we're coming back together type thing. I also see the infinity symbol in this reading as a sign of potentially, because our soul is infinite, it does come with the memory of past lives, even if our human body can't quite recollect those memory from past lives, our soul can. And this could definitely represent how like past energies are influencing you, and be a sign of how your ancestors are here helping you kind of clear that out. in order to move forward from where you're at right now. And that's what the reindeer is making me think of, is like moving forward in leaps and bounds, kind of following this little transformation. I think the dragonfly is shown by the transformation, and interestingly enough, I'm pretty sure the dragonfly can fly forwards and backwards, and the infinity sign kind of does that same thing. So I think it's representing how sometimes we have to feel like we're going backwards in order to move forwards again, or sometimes we do have to go back in order to move forward. And once again, your ancestors are going to help you sort of leap forward, even if it feels like you are currently going backwards or you've recently been going backwards. You know, the transformation is happening and you will move forwards very soon. With the seahorse, seahorses mate for life, so there could be sort of, once again, marriage or engagement being announced, or it's, you know, a really positive omen for your connection. If you're in a lifelong connection, just really good signs for love and partnerships, basically. We have the anchor here. Excuse me. And this could just be a sign to sort of get grounded. And I think that the elephant actually can be a sign of needing to be grounded as well. So I would look at these as making sure you're finding time to ground your energy through this process, because there is a bit of spiritual and energetic work going on inside you. So again, just stay really grounded, get your feet in the earth, and really anchor yourself or your being into the earth or with the earth to help you through this process. We have a feather, which is again a sign of angels or ancestors being very close by in your journey. They may even drop you a feather here and there to just show you that they're around, so keep your eye out for a feather or more than one feather. We have Minnie Mouse, that is, actually. We have a little Minnie Mouse, so I don't know if someone's wearing something with Minnie Mouse on it, or they have something with Minnie Mouse on it nearby, and it's a little sign to say this message is definitely for you. Maybe someone's going to Disneyland. Not sure. We do have a very happy face, so maybe there is someone going to Disneyland. And we have the key, which is the symbolism of unlocking a new chapter or a new phase in your life. Maybe new levels of happiness, if we look at it, sort of unlocking new levels of happiness. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys, group 1. I hope that you've enjoyed this reading. If you wouldn't mind giving it the thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you're interested in more readings. But until next time, sending love, light, and everything bright. Bye. Hello, group 2. Welcome to your weekly guidance reading. I hope you guys are doing well. If you're here with group 2, you've chosen the Lepidolite point. And we will get into your messages today. So this is for the next week from whenever you're watching. This card we're going to leave for the end, and it's going to kind of like wrap up the reading before we get a few little charmies out. So we'll lay all the cards out and then we'll get into your messages. So we have number 2, follow the path of your soul. Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you. We have new moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. We have number 12, the temple path. Number 40 in reverse, co-create. We have the 7 of Scrolls, which is intricacies and industry in the reverse position. We have the Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. We have the ladybird with luck. All of your manifesting positive thoughts and visualizations have been heard. And no need to worry. So just like with the other group, we're going to kind of go through the top row left to right and then through the bottom row left to right as well. Sorry, just getting myself set up here. So with these first few cards, sort of as a whole, the first thing that's kind of coming through to me so this card can be about as it says underneath, do not allow anyone or anything to stop you. This can kind of imply that negative or lower vibrations or energies could potentially be interfering with you in the week ahead. And it's just basically saying, like, if anything, like if your soul's calling you to do something and something or someone is preventing you from doing that, this is a time to be like, no, I'm not going to let that energy affect me. I'm going to follow my soul's calling and follow it with faith. And it's kind of like, in order to prevent any negative energies from interfering with you, it can be very important to make sure that you're taking care of your well-being. And the number 2 makes me think of like balance, harmony, and it just makes me think that sort of making sure that you're keeping your energy nice and strong in the week ahead. So eating a light diet, staying hydrated, meditating to make sure that you're kind of staying centered and not letting anybody else's energy affect you seems to be really crucial in the week ahead. I don't know if we're going to find out why or if it's just a strong message, but even the Temple Path, which is another card about like a path, we have a path here, and in fact they're both about the path of your soul. And even this card can be a sign I fully forgot what I was just going to say. Oh my god, I've totally gone blank. Okay, so something else is coming through, and maybe that's why I went blank, is because this seems to be quite a strong message. So where you are at the moment, it's like you're already on the right path, and you're coming to a point where your energy is getting so strong. So maybe you don't even need to really spend so much time strengthening your energy because it's already very strong. But of course, my advice about the meditation, light diet, and all of that will still help you repel negative energies. But where you're currently at, it's like you're attracting opportunities and people that are going to advance you on your journey. And you're not really having to do too much except to just listen to your intuitive nudges and just follow those. And then the right people, the right experiences, the right opportunities are just like coming up for you on your path. And this is just because, like, you know, your light is so strong that it's just attracting that towards you. But of course, when you do have such a strong light, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're only attracting amazing things. Sometimes we attract, energies, people, not experiences, but like energies and people that are either attracted to that light because they lack that within themselves, or maybe they feed off it, or maybe they're attracted to it because they need healing. So it's very important to discern sort of who is reciprocating the energy you give them, who brings you up, and not spending any time with people who drain you or try to come between you and your soul's path. The temple path is also about, like as we can see here with the little orbs around, it's almost like your spiritual helpers are also coming in heavily at this time, guiding you, supporting you. And I feel like your spiritual helpers at the moment are being favored by like the universe, because your role's important, and so the universe is like supporting your spiritual team, who are then supporting you, and also playing a key factor on attracting the right people and experiences and opportunities towards you. And then I think that your part in it comes down to this Leo card here, about being confident. So like this card is about being brave, being bold, putting yourself out there. It can be a sign that in the next 7 days you're going to feel really good about yourself, and almost like you're going to be kind of like glowing and feeling really positive. And it's just sort of about putting yourself out there, showing the world what you've got. So it could be a very good time to, if you have something to share with the world, you know, sharing that and putting it out there. Yeah, so these 3 cards just kind of make me think that by following your highest calling or following your highest intentions, you know, you can really propel yourself forward and change your life in dramatic ways, like positive ways, but dramatic ways. With the 4th card here, co-create in reverse, I do want to say that perhaps you could work a little bit more with spirit in some way. When it's in reverse, it can be a sign that either like you're too focused on all the details, or too focused on sort of what you can do in this realm, and potentially, I guess, neglecting to factor in your co-partnership with the universe, because we can also bring a spiritual aspect to what we're doing in the real world, and we can sort of manifest or connect with spirit for ideas, inspiration, or manifest, you know, money, whatever we need, resources, things like that. So that would be a card to say that if you can work more with the universe this week, you can probably attract or manifest a lot. Like it's a powerful portal for you to be manifesting and like working with the universe to attract what you want. And actually today's the full moon, so if you're watching this, you know, in the next couple of days, it is full moon energy, so that could be a lot to do with why now's very beneficial to manifest. But oh yeah, and then because down here we had the ladybird, all of your manifesting positive thoughts and visualizations have been heard. So yeah, if you can use this little portal to manifest, your manifestations will be heard. But yeah, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. All right, let's move into the second row. I think I've covered everything for the top row from the top row for now. So the 7 of Scrolls. What I feel like saying with this card is like, if you've been working really hard to generate some sort of a success, or to build something, or to grow something, maybe you thought you'd be further ahead by now, or maybe you hoped to be at a certain level of success by now, and potentially maybe you're a little bit too attached to the outcome or the timing and trying to kind of rush through it. Because what I feel like saying here is just take your life, your work, your creations one day at a time, unless you're setting intentions and manifesting, because obviously then you want to look ahead, but you want to bring that energy into the now. So it's okay to kind of visualize and think about what you want in the future, and then try and create it with the universe. But then once that session of manifesting or intention settings has finished, then it's just about coming back to what you can do in your day-to-day, worrying about the things that you can worry about in your day-to-day, and then like sort of surrendering to the vision or surrendering to the outcome, and not getting too attached to it or trying to rush anything. Just try to sort of have faith that the path you're on always has you at the right place at the right time, and there's no need to rush anything. That's like what your angels are saying here. There's no need to worry. Everything has been heard and it's all being created behind the scenes. Maybe you can't see the evidence of that yet, but it is happening behind the scenes. There's no need to worry. So like surrender your worries. And in fact, she even has a little like bowl here with fire coming out of it. And it is just making me think, with the full moon as well, and with that, potentially like a burning ritual where like you write down your worries, or you write down what you want to release, or anything you're worried about, anything you're angry about with this card here. Write it down and then create a little safe space and a safe method to then burn it and sort of sacrifice it, let it go, send it back to the universe where the universe can send it or turn it into something good. Surrender your worries, surrender all pressure, surrender all time pressures, and just allow the universe to keep creating that magic behind the scenes and do what you can in your day-to-day. Also, don't forget to like factor in yourself and your own journey. Like, don't just throw yourself into work and then neglect yourself, because if you put yourself last, the universe tends to do the same. So don't forget to be putting yourself first when you need to. So let's talk a little bit more about this card. We just touched on it then. This card kind of is probably more on like an inner level, and it speaks of uncomfortable emotions surfacing. So me, myself, I've been experiencing this in like the last few days. Full moon plus eclipse, definitely things kind of boil to the surface and erupt, overflow. It's like a volcano that's been bubbling beneath the surface for a while, and then it's just erupts, and it's a bit of a storm. You might be experiencing lower density emotions such as like anger, rage, guilt, shame, maybe flooding you, or it's just surfacing. For everybody it might be on a different level depending on where that anger is being stored and for what reason. But it's all for a good reason. It is trying to show you what you need to heal in order to come back to love, to come back to that true place of love, which we are, meant to be when we're in our pure state, our pure vibration, before our conditioning and trauma and all of that. So, you might have to sit with some unpleasant feelings, and the whole journaling or writing down how you feel and then burning it is kind of coming through to first acknowledge it and then let it go. Because if you don't acknowledge it and you just send it away or you push it down, then it creates blockages. So you want to acknowledge it and then burn it. Or maybe you need more of like a physical release. Maybe you need to punch a boxing bag or go for a run, scream in a pillow. Either way, it's rising up so that you can acknowledge it, figure out where it's coming from, and then let it go. So don't hide from it. I think it's healthy to face it. It's going to help you kind of release some energy and soften to love. And then, of course, that will also influence your manifestations, because when we are centered and in a place of love, or closer to that true state of love, we can manifest very, very quickly because of that high vibration. So, I do believe that healing those emotions and letting them go will have like a positive ripple effect, and this healing will probably benefit what you're trying to attract or what you're trying to build, grow, or create in your life. So the ladybug is your spirit animal for this week, and it is saying that all of your manifesting positive thoughts and visualizations have been heard. You don't need to worry over them or be concerned. Just continue to focus on your personal growth, continue to follow your highest callings, highest intentions, and all will be well. And it could just be like a really, like I said, a powerful time. If you haven't been consciously manifesting, doing visualizing or positive thinking, it could be a very good time to focus a lot of energy on that. So do some manifesting, like do your releasing ritual and then do an attraction ritual or something, like a manifesting ritual where you release what you want to be released and then what you wish to fill its place, you know, whether that's love, inspiration, abundance. You know, once that anger's cleared out, you'll be in a really good place to manifest. So start with the release of anger and then move into the manifesting and visualization and stuff like that. All right, so now we're going to go into your final card, and then we'll get a few charms as some little extra bits and pieces. So your card is number 8, channel your knowledge, critical judgment. And we're going to read this one from the book. It's very interesting actually, because I'm sure he's writing, and I'm sure this talks about automatic writing, this card, and we were just talking about writing things down and stuff like that. So very interesting. A little bit of confirmation that writing things down or channeling your feelings, thoughts, wisdom can be beneficial. So it says here, literally about automatic writing. Look up here, it says clear expectations, critical judgment. So clear expectations. That's kind of what we're talking about sort of surrendering to the outcome or letting go of your attachment to the outcomes. So, and that's kind of like letting go of expectations and just allowing it to unfold. But anyway, back to the book. Automatic writing is a safe and powerful process of channeling spirit directly into writing. Like any sense or intuitive skill, it can be sharpened and improved with time and practice. More importantly, anyone can learn this skill. Without the active conscious self, the mind becomes free to instruct and navigate the individual. Automatic writing enables the channel to access higher states of consciousness and awareness. Innovation and creation is a byproduct of channeling in this way. Leonardo da Vinci, Isaac Newton, and Albert Einstein were consistently inspired by the form of thought from pen to paper. If you are just beginning to open yourself to intuitive and spiritual communication, automatic writing can act as a bridge to strengthen your mind and intuitive channel. Before undertaking such a skill, you are encouraged to keep a clear and sacred space, free of lower thought forms and energies that may cling or seek to enter an open channel door. Seek a suitable teacher. Holy moly, you guys. Free from lower thought forms and energies. That's literally what this was talking about. So free from those lower thought forms and energies, free from anybody who doesn't align with your path, so don't associate with them, because you need to bridge yourself with all these energies in order to do your manifesting and your visualization. But also, I think that after this release, and by getting rid of any energies that are lower density, perhaps you have a psychic gift coming online where you can begin to either automatic write or just channel spirit. So pick up knowledge like the way that I do through my readings. Amazing. So let's go. Seek a suitable teacher. So there could be someone that you could connect with who can help you harness your gift or teach you and empower you in terms of your gift. Currently, soul guidance is required. You are being asked to connect to the higher wisdom of your soul. Removing ego-based barriers such as expectations, internal ridicule, fear, and control are necessary for clarity and peace of mind. Feelings of being physically, mentally, or energetically blocked or stuck in areas of your life such as employment and relationships requires action, but you must be ready to let go of your expectations. Creating a peaceful environment to free your mind is essential now. Allowing your pen or pencil to wander on a sketchpad, forming doodles or symbols, or painting or musical creation will assist in writing issues such as writer's block. With relaxed breath, let your thoughts inspire you to create or record new information as your inner thoughts and spiritual messages are conveyed to you to record in written word. Working with high vibrations or elevated energy levels will improve this communication and length of spiritual discussion. Yeah, so that's amazing. So I think that you guys are a channel for the universe, and you can access that, access those channels and access that wisdom and that higher guidance. And perhaps either you don't know this yet and it's about to come online after this little final purge, or perhaps you kind of already know this, but it's about to get even stronger and your channel is about to become even clearer after this final purge, and you kind of come back to a more centered state of being. But yes, I think that you guys are having a very spiritual week. It may be a little bit emotional and you may already be feeling that. Excuse me, I've got a lot of energy clearing in me at the moment too, which is another confirmation that this is definitely happening. You're clearing your energy, purifying your being. So once again, meditation, light diet, and hydration will be very, very helpful to keeping your vessel pure and therefore keeping your channel a little bit more purer as well. So I'm going to get some charms before we finish up. So any further predictions or guidance for group 2 for the next 7 days? We have some interesting ones in here that I'm probably not gonna be able to get a message for. The first thing I'm seeing is the number 8. So we could have anybody here or someone here born on the 8th of any month or in the 8th month, or you could be a Scorpio. I think Scorpio is the 8th sign from the top of my head. Scorpio sun, moon, rising, or oh look, 8 confirmation. Interesting. What else we've got a star here, an 8-pointed star, like the star card, so it makes me think of Aquarius energy, Aquarius sun, moon, rising signs as well, but also just that you're very connected to the universe and the stars at the moment. Also makes me think of Wish Upon a Star, and with all this manifesting stuff, I think that it is once again a powerful time for manifesting and using the law of attraction, magnetizing what you want towards you. And then the star also talks about healing, so it's also a very good time for healing, so more confirmation of healing. I think that you're about to experience this rainbow moment where the great severing kind of happens, and then you start to see the rainbows again, and there's like that silver lining. So I think that your situation is improving and you're going to be enjoying life a lot more very soon. We have a little carriage here, so I don't know, marriage. We also have, we have Tinkerbell too, so fairy tale type energy. I don't know if there's like a fairy tale wedding happening, or if your kids have been watching a lot of fairy tales lately, or you've been watching a lot of fairy tales lately, like things like Disney movies and things like that. It could also be saying, reconnect to your innocent, childlike nature with like the rainbows there as well. Reconnecting to your inner child, having a little bit more fun with life, and reconnecting to your childlike nature. We also have the umbrella actually, so I think that's a sign that if there's a day this week where you go, oh, should I take an umbrella? Definitely take an umbrella, because you may face a little bit of rain. Because those two together, it's pretty like undeniable that there could be a message there about being caught without a brolly. I'm also hearing like weather the storm, so you'll weather this storm. If there's a little bit of an emotional roller coaster going on, you will weather that time. But also, like, if the umbrella was up, you'd be like shielding yourself, but it's down. So I feel like it's a message of like, don't hide from those emotions, like allow yourself to get wet, you know, like allow yourself to feel them in order to heal them and let them go properly. We have a bone. Give a dog a bone. Maybe someone needs to take a supplement for bone health, or it would be helpful to take a supplement for bone health. But with any health advice, always trust your trusted healthcare professional. I'm not a doctor. Someone might have just given their dog a bone before they watch this. I don't know, nothing else is really coming through with that. We have a feather, so your angels are definitely nearby at the moment. They may even send you feathers, so keep your eye out. We have a little cross here, so keep the faith, hold on to your faith, have faith in the universe, have faith in the higher power. And also, you know, protect yourself. If you're going to be working with that channel and opening up to spirit, definitely be protecting yourself and surrounding yourself with positive energy. We have 2 hearts. One is like a lock. So that could be a sign that someone's dealing with someone who has a closed off heart space and someone else is quite sort of more opened. And it seems like because we have a key here, it's like you have the key to open them up, or they have the key to open you up. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could even be like a healing situation or a mentor or friendship situation. But it's like, you know, you've got the key or they've got the key, and it's like a trusted, I'm just seeing like a trusted connection that can help you open up, or that can help them open up. And then with the leaf, you know, autumn, I mean, it's autumn for where I am right now, but autumn could just be like a really significant month. There's generally not too much that I pick up with leaves. Yeah, that's kind of all I'm picking up. So that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in future uploads. But until next time, stay safe, sending love, light, and everything bright. Bye.